If you have late night food cravings, I want you to hear this. The smartest way to overcome them isn't more willpower. It's not a stricter dinner or another rule. It's learning how to create enough safety in your nervous system so that your body doesn't need food to shut you off at night. Because the truth is, late night cravings are rarely about hunger. They're about relief. It's about your system finally trying to come down after a full day of being on. And if you're a high-functioning, high-achieving woman who's done therapy, who's done self-development, who's read the books, tried the plans, and you're still thinking, why do I do this even though I know better? I'm here with you. Take a breath. This is not a willpower problem. It's not an intelligence problem. As I said, it's a nervous system safety problem. And once you stop obsessing over fixing that last domino and you start focusing on the first one, that's when everything starts to make sense and we can actually fundamentally overcome this feeling of being out of control with food and cravings. Just a quick story. My client Hannah believed she was a sugar addict. She tried outpatient, Overeaters Anonymous sugar addiction programs, and she still felt imprisoned no matter what she did. But when she joined our program and started working with her nervous system within less than 6 months after struggling for most of her life, she now has peace with food, peace with her body, and she's living a life she only ever journaled about. So I'm going to teach you the 3 steps to actually calm these cravings right down at the source. And if you want more evidence-based tools like this, you can download my full free masterclass, which is an hour long, on the 3 keys to overcome food noise, cravings, and overeating, especially as a high-achieving woman who's tried everything. So that's available for you in the description below. Now let's get into the steps. Step 1, we have to stop calling this a lack of discipline and call it what it is. It's a nervous system down-regulation attempt. So as I said, late night cravings are often happening because your nervous system has been running past capacity all day, and high functioning, high achieving individuals are incredible at this. So you can push through fatigue, you perform under pressure, you override your body's signals, you can be fine. Meanwhile, inside you're running in a constant state of hypervigilance. You're masters at this. So you actually don't often notice how activated you are internally until nightfall, until there's less distraction, the adrenaline starts to settle, and your nervous system finally gets a chance to feel what it's been holding back all day, what it's been avoiding. And that's why cravings hit hard at night. It's not because you suddenly become weak and lose willpower. You obviously demonstrated you have lots of that. It's because it's your system trying to regulate, and food becomes that classic off switch. So understanding this is really important because all of a sudden our shame starts to dissolve. Food is not something that makes you weak. It's your system trying to regulate, because food is comfort. It's a way to turn off mental noise. It's a way to numb out feelings of feeling lonely. So if we're only addressing the behavior of food and we're not addressing what's actually underneath it, then we're never going to fundamentally overcome this problem, and your body's going to keep fighting you to keep this. That's why cravings feel so compulsive. That's why you can tell yourself as much as you like, hey, I'm not going to do this tomorrow, but then you wind up doing the same thing. So the first smart move here is when the craving hits, I want you to practice asking yourself this question, which you can even do retroactively. What is my body trying to get right now? Is it relief? Is it comfort? Is it distraction? Is it fun? Reward after a really hard day? And even just naming that starts to bring the logical brain online, because right now you're just arguing with yourself. You're not listening to your body. You're not actually in touch with what your nervous system is trying to tell you. So we're starting to open up the conversation of, what is this food trying to do for me? What's the need it's trying to meet? So I want you to reflect on that question, and then we're going to go into step 2. Step 2, the smartest strategy to overcome cravings and stop this at the source is by regulating yourself before nighttime. Because if you wait until you have a full-blown night craving and it's a 10 out of 10, you're already in the red zone. It's too late. There's literally nothing you can really do in that moment because your willpower and logical mind are partially offline, largely offline. So this means you're not actually really capable of making your best self decisions. You're actually not even able to access willpower and discipline. Your nervous system is already overloaded and your survival brain is in charge. And that survival brain is the one that's making decisions based on years of conditioning of what it learned worked best, which is food. Okay, so you have to understand that late night cravings are often the bill that comes due to a day of chronic overfunctioning. So if we reduce late night cravings by building regulation in our day, little downshifts, that will tell your body, hey, we have ways of feeling safe. We don't have to wait for 9 p.m. to start doing something about this, because you're depositing safety into your system throughout the day. You're not bankrupting yourself by night, right? So clearly, if we were to summarize this, do not wait until your craving hits at 9 p.m. and it's a 10 out of 10 to try and do some of the tools I'm going to teach you, because they're not going to work because your willpower centers are offline and your survival brain is in charge, and it's millions of times more powerful than you. We have to back up the train and start using these tools earlier on as a safety deposit throughout your day. And these are quick, easy, very tangible tools to teach your nervous system you're safe and okay. And the extent to which you practice tools like these is the extent to which your nervous system learns, I'm good, all is well, we can handle what's happening to us. I don't have to flip the switch into my survival state and then automatically use food. So this is how we build behavior change and focus on the root, okay? So let's practice some of these safety deposits together. And they're gonna be real simple. So number one, this can take about 60 seconds. Hands on shoulders, let your hands slide down to your elbows, pick them back up. This is called havening. So we just keep repeating this. You can do this for anywhere from 30 seconds to 30 minutes if you like. This tells your nervous system, I'm safe, I'm okay, all is well. You're probably gonna start yawning. Sending calming signals to the nervous system. You can do this at your desk if you get a really intense email, anything you liked, at any point of the day to try and support creating safety in your body, okay? Havening, number one. Number two, I want you to get an object that's easy to pass between your hands. You'll like this because I'm not asking you to meditate. I'm asking you to do something physical. It could be a pen. It could be anything that fits in your hand, okay? Grab it. You can pause the video if you need to. All I want you to do is take your right and left hand. If this is something you're able to do, your right hand is going to pass this to your left and so on. So you're just going to hold your hands out and you're going to pass your object back and forth. You can look wherever you want. Excuse me, this turns on both hemispheres of the brain. So as I said, when we're stressed, the prefrontal cortex is offline, it's turned off, okay? Don't have access to willpower, choice, yada yada. Stress system is taken over. If we do an activity like this, it helps to turn on both hemispheres of the brain, which give us access back to willpower, discipline, creative problem solving. And now all of a sudden we have options. We're not just going to turn to food as our automatic coping strategy. We're also calming the nervous system by doing this. So we are preventing that very same pattern from occurring. Right? You feeling better? You can do that for as long as you like. Excuse me. And then the final one that's my favorite is EFT tapping. So I'm going to just invite you to tap where I tap. Just tap on these points, a couple tap per point. Doesn't matter if you do the right side of your face or the left, or the right hand or the left. We're just tapping. This is sending signals to the amygdala, the pea-sized structure in your brain, to say, hey, there's no emergency here. We're safe. We're okay. You can turn off. The amygdala is like the fire alarm inside your nervous system. So we're teaching it to stay off so the alarm isn't sounding, so that we don't use food and give in to those cravings and all the stuff that we feel out of control with. Okay, so I just taught you 3 safety deposits. Each one you could do for 60 seconds each. You don't have to do all 3 in a day, but I'm building your bank account of tools that you can use to start regulating your nervous system. And this is the smartest way to kick those late night cravings. So remember, if you want a full free masterclass on this, the 3 keys to overcome cravings, food noise, binge eating, especially after years of therapy, you can download my full free masterclass. And then we're going to go into our final step 3. Step 3, we have to rewire the pattern at the root, because tools help, but you need a system that will create results that actually stick. And this is where so many smart, high-functioning women get stuck, because you've probably tried tools like breath work, meditation, journaling, whatever distraction techniques, and some of them helped a little, but they didn't last. And then you start telling yourself, see, nothing works for me, tools are the problem, but tools without a system are the problem. And that's a very clear, different story, because nervous system patterns aren't just fixed by doing one single technique once or twice when you're already activated, as I've already taught you. They're rewired through a very structured process of repetition, sequencing, and support. So let me say this plainly. If your nervous system learns food equals safety, it will not unlearn that through more information. It will unlearn that through evidence. It will unlearn that through new experiences of safety, over and over until the default system and wiring changes. A real system does 3 things consistently. 1, it teaches you regulation skills that become automatic, so you don't have to remember them in the moments of stress. 2, it works at the subconscious level because these are conditioned pathways, not just conscious choices. And 3, it gives you support and accountability, so you're not doing this alone, you're not second guessing yourself, you're not spiraling, and you're not starting over every Monday. That's exactly how Hannah got free. It wasn't because she lacked discipline before and all of a sudden she got it. It was that she finally had the missing structure. She had a system. She had a root cause nervous system method with real support in implementing it. She had real evidence-based tools in the appropriate sequence. She had accountability. She had a community. And within 6 months, all of these issues that she struggled with her whole life, she became free of. So I want to be very realistic with you here. Tools are awesome, but we need a full system putting this together to overcome these struggles, especially if you've been stuck for years. So if you have been stuck in late night cravings for years and feeling hopeless, then I want you to consider this. You need a system. You don't just need another tip. And I've taught you that today the system targets the full domino, not just the last one. You can watch my free full masterclass, which explains furthermore what the system is that I use to support my clients to overcome this, and more evidence-based tools within that system that will support you to finally have a relationship with peace with food.